Making impact. I can't wait to hear it. And you, yes you, each and every one of you play a big part because your votes are going to determine who wins tonight. So let's go ahead and get engaged and let's get started. Coming to the main stage, leading us all. Do the no look like Tanya did. We've got Amanda Stockwell from the Seed List. Can we please give a warm round of applause for Amanda Stockwell?
I didn't know the answer would be for this. Wasn't prepared for that. I don't want to fall either. All right. Thanks, y'all, so much. I'll just reiterate all of the thank yous to all of you for being here, for the seat change, and especially my cohort for kicking ass. Great. So again, I just want to say thank you, and I'm so excited to be here on behalf of the Seed List. Can you see all that? I want you to see these lovely people on here. So I'm Amanda Stockwell. For those of you who do not know me, I've spent my whole career in tech. I spent the last decade running my own consulting firm, and last year I started teaching at Duke. And all of that is important because it has led me to be the co-founder of the Seed List, and I'm drawing on all of that to talk about what's next. So for those of you who are new to the North Carolina region, you may have heard or know that there are lots of colleges and universities around here. Maybe you just know about it from basketball, but we have lots of talented students. What you might not know is that there are almost 200,000 undergraduate and graduate students, with an increasing number of those coming from traditionally underserved communities. However, the opportunities aren't scaling at the same rate that those kinds of students are growing. There's more pressure than ever for every student to have internships, and most of those students feel like, especially in the tech and startup world, that they need to go to someplace like New York or Silicon Valley in order to get those experiences. But they don't have the resources, or the time, or the connections to make that happen. Meanwhile, there's founders like my friend Mike here, all over the Triangle, all over Raleigh-Durham and Chapel Hill, who at the beginning of the summer was working on his venture on the side of his 9-to-5. He didn't have all the skills he needed to move forward. He couldn't afford to hire a full team, and he definitely did not have time to hire, screen, or manage interns. That is where the Seed List comes in. The Seed List is an organization that works with founders to help them identify their most critical needs, scope out what could be appropriate projects for student help, screen and recruit from our diverse community of students, matching carefully student interest to potential projects, and then all of the administration of hiring, training, onboarding, day-to-day management, and mentoring the students throughout the course. All a founder has to do is help us understand what they need. Oh, God, I'm gonna fall, man. All a founder needs to do is help us understand what they need, make a final selection, and then participate in one 30-minute call a week. Really. And we know that this works because we just finished our pilot cohort. So this past summer, we created 4 local paid internships, all of which got filled with students from traditionally underserved backgrounds. Excuse me. We already have a ton of student and startup interest, and our startup partner has made an incredible impact. Let's talk about it. We were lucky enough to work with one startup partner. We've got a couple of interns right here today. Hi, y'all. That's Steph and Durafon doing some user experience and product work with Fair Coaching, a local startup that does VR training. And this is my clicker. You'd think I would know how to work it better. And Michael, who worked with me at the Seed List to help us define our brand, including the visual design of the beautiful slides that you see here. Good job, Michael. Alexis was also included, but she's not here tonight because she is at her full-time job already, and she couldn't step out. But I will let you read Mike's words for himself, but in his own words, the Seed Seedless was transformational for Mike and Vera Coaching. We were able to get him out of a rut, and he is currently a finalist for a $50,000 grant. If he wins, he plans to hire a team to help build out the roadmap that our students helped identify, including one of the students, if she happens to still be available when the funding comes through. And we are just getting started. About 9 months ago, this was a conversation that was had over coffee, and now it's turning into something sustainable. We are working closely with several of the schools in the area to start having programming this spring and full-time resources. Excuse me. We are actively building relationships with aligned nonprofits, entrepreneurial support organizations, and other groups in the area. And we are planning to double the number of students that we can hire next summer. We're especially confident about that because of one of the partnerships that we are very excited to announce. I think you see that, yeah. Tim, thank you, by the way, for the intro. So, introducing, we're so excited to partner. The Seedless is going to be linking up with Leadership Triangle for a partnership for next summer. If you're not already familiar with Leadership Triangle, look them up or say hi to Christine in the back there. But they're a fantastic organization that trains and connects leaders in our area. We're going to be able to combine some of the great elements of their leadership training and cohort structure with our own mentorship and management structure. And we're going to be able to work together to be creative about how we fundraise in this very interesting time for funding. We're going to kind of combine and optimize our strengths so that we can really make sure that we have the most impact that we possibly can. So if, like Tim, you are someone who knows someone who might be interested in getting involved, if you are that someone who might want to get involved, please make an introduction. We are actively looking to build up these additional partnerships. And as always, if you are ready to donate now, every single dollar that we collect tonight will go directly towards funding student pay next summer. Thank you all so much. Let's build together.